I love to help salons build their brand and identity by several factors, and this was a huge aha moment for me with my own business. What I realized is that you can have a beautiful space, you can have a beautiful wash house, you can have an amazing color bar, but the thing that really is the true foundation of any business really comes down to the culture. Who you are as a team, but then also who are you going to be for your community? That is where I had the biggest aha moment for myself when I went to our B-School program. But for me, I really struggled with understanding what a true vision, mission, values really meant for me as an owner, for my team, but then also for my entire personification of who I was as a company. It wasn't until B-School that I realized that there were missing pieces in my company, and I had the beautiful space, but I didn't have those key components that really would set me apart from the salon and spas down the street. That is when I realized that with my ability to understand where I wanted to go and what my promise was to my clients, that is when we started to thrive and grow. But there still was a missing link, that missing component. And for me, one thing that I absolutely love doing that was the biggest moment for me to shift my company was having an on-site. When a consultant came to my business and really dove down into the nitty-gritty details with myself and my manager, it allowed me to understand that there was so much more to my business than just that beautiful space. I was able to then create something that set me apart from every salon in the entire city. And the one thing that I realized was that culture is the foundation. That is what everything else of your company builds upon. You can have that beautiful space. There is that concrete floor that is underneath, but if you do not have that core foundation of your true culture, that is where you're going to lose clients, because you don't know what you're going to be promising to them. You don't know what you may be offering your own employees, and you don't know who you are going to be to your community. When I had that opportunity to have that on-site, that is where everything started to grow, started to thrive, started to develop into who we are as a company to set ourselves apart from all salons and spas in our small community. And then when we were able to come together as a team, we created something very special. And one thing that I love to do is have your team on board for that creation, because what they help create, they will support. And this is where the key component to be able to become a unified company and be a true team-based company is going to start. Having that on-site allowed me to be able to grow my team by their own voices. It allowed us to really hone in on what was missing, where we wanted to go as a company. When I was able to create that core foundation, I then was able to implement it into every aspect of our entire company. The thing that I absolutely love is that our entire service cycle is going to be based on this. Our website is going to be based on this. Everything that we are as a company is this. It is our culture, it's our foundation. What I love to do for all of my clients is to help them decide and define who they are to their community, to their clients, and to their staff. Without these key components, you're going to miss huge opportunities to either grow, to be able to thrive, to live the life you want as a business owner, and your team to be able to live the lives they want. When we decide who we want to be as a company to our community will respond. When I was able to hire a photographer, she was able to really hone in on our culture, on our vision, on our mission. That is the moment my social media platform really started to thrive and grow. But it doesn't only stop there. By the time we decide who our company is to be to our community, what our culture, what our vision, and our promise is to our clients, we can then have every aspect continue on from that point. So when we are looking at our Google rating, we have a 5-star rating. And the reason being is that what we promise our clients is exactly what they're going to receive. We expect excellence. We want to be able to provide something that is going to be different from every other company out there. But we always get stuck into the surface of everything that our businesses are. We don't really dive deep into the heart and the soul of why we created the company in the first place. I wanted to create a company that was going to be different than the company that I used to work for. But when I left and I opened my company, it essentially became a duplicate of that. I was a junior version. With us really honing in on deciding who you want to be as a business, that is when we are going to really thrive as a culture. And it's very important that when we, as a company, are able to be on the same page, your team is going to thrive and grow, and they're going to want to stay with you. I am understanding that a business is going to have people come and go. But when you define your culture, when you decide who you want to be to your community, to your staff, you can hire within that. The most important thing is that we are not just hiring out of necessity. We're being diligent, we're being focused, and we're being driven to know that we are hiring within our company of who we are, what we're promising. When we decide that we want to be an excellent service-related industry and demand the respect, we need to start within our heart and our soul. We need to find out who we are as a company. The one thing I realized when I went into this industry is that my misperception of this industry was completely off. I came from a financial background of 10 years, and I thought this was going to be an industry that you drop out of school, you don't know what else you're going to do, so you go into this industry. My goal is to really change and shift the way our society and our community really looks at us. We are the professionals. People are coming to us for their hair, but we do so much more than that. We are an industry that actually physically touches the lives of others. It's very important that we find who we are and find our voice. For us to become a community that will finally have that respect is a passion of mine. And by honing in on who we are as a company, who you are going to be to your community is going to set you apart from every other salon and spa. They're closing left and right, especially since the pandemic. However, those who have their core values, their culture, their vision, and their mission statement in alignment with the rest of their team are going to be the ones that are going to thrive and grow. That is really what helped me and my company grow and to be a foundational piece and a strong salon in my community, and why we are continuing to grow is just by understanding the values, the mission, the vision, and having my team on board and they're supporting that is the reason why I'm so passionate about brand identity for a company, because it has worked for me and it has worked for my clients.